83%. On long pots, you're happy with 75-ish is good. I mean, obviously over the best of 9 frames, you're going to play plenty of long pots. And he's potted most of them. 5 out of 6 he's got so far. Be interesting to see how long it takes him before he gets the black into play here. Reds are perfect.
6.
Colours are not.
Seven.
Now, ideally, you wouldn't particularly want the pink to go back at his own spot here, but I think what's happening here is going to move probably reds away from the pink spot. Oh! Now that's what happens when your opponents
Stuart
start
Bingham,
potting a few
7.
balls, as Xintong did in the previous frame. You see the annoyance there from Stuart. That's the first easy pot he's missed. Oh, what's that?
1.
Just needed to brush by that red for the black in the corner.
Rambo. Zhao Xintong. 1.
Oh, that's a good shot. Covered all the reds bar the one on the left hand side of the table. And there's not a good safety shot from there available. I think Xintong should have played the last safety off the cushion and tried to get behind the yellow, because there wasn't any easy reds on. And then you would have trapped Stuart to give him a tough snooker to get out of. He's having a go. Best of luck. Wow. He plays safety. He screwed back there knowing the pink would be there if he potted the red. He'd leave the cue ball down near those reds in the pack, and there's a loose one on the side.
Shows you, Toad, doesn't it? It's all about timing when you play the screw shot. I mean, such a small fellow, you'd think that kind of reaction you'd have to hit it hard, but it's not hard. It's how you time it. You've got that cue ball right back into the jaws of the pocket, and not forced an opening, but certainly made Stuart play a poor safety.
Yes, most of the problems come with that shot when they tighten the hand too quickly. and pulls the cue offline. You know, they've got to time the grip coming back onto the cue, and that's where the timing comes from, really. And of course, the faster you deliver the cue, the earlier you've got to put the cue, the hand back on the cue. That's why it's more difficult with power shots. Oh, he struck that beautiful. That was very, very unfortunate. He couldn't have hit the ball better than that. And he won't hit it better than that in the rest of his career.
And that was from tight on the cushion. The generated speed there. Boy, that was a great shot. Unlucky.
Zhao Xintong 6.
Xintong's got one of those faces where you feel he's always smiling. He's a very charming boy, to be honest with you. Nice to see him coming on, get into a quarter-final in a ranking event. And maybe a semi, you don't know. You see often in snooker that somebody like Stuart Bingham, who's dominated this match after the first frame, but then when he stops dominating, he starts thinking, well, I may lose this match now. And then when people catch up with you from, you know, from behind, it's like in all sports. In football, it's the same. You know, it's difficult to handle when you've been in control out there, and then your opponent comes back at you. And even when you get level, there's nothing wrong with level, but all of a sudden you think, well, I better go for a few more shots. And you change your natural game. It's no good.
Got to be a little bit careful. He's going to play the cross double here, white in behind pink and green. But what the red's going to do, is it going to bring reds into over the corner? Did push one, but not over the corner. This has got an excellent white. Now this is tough, because whichever red he plays to get back into baulk, he needs to find that baulk cushion. May not one red onto the other over the pocket though. I wouldn't have been playing that red. That was the reason why, because it's going to push a red over the corner.
It seems like he's cutting his safeties a bit thicker, you know, thicker than he wants. And it's not going down the bottom of the table.
1.
Just to slow the cue ball down here, maybe play the thin blue and just cannon the outside of the cluster of 5. Doesn't really want to hit the middle one of the 3 that are together there, because that could not leave him an easy pot. If he catches the outside one of the 5, he would still be on the one that's below the black. Decided to play the brown though, because that avails better position. Not a good chance this, but it's half a chance.
5.
Not depends if you've got a bit of an angle on this red he's taking on. You could play for the black possibly. That's a little bit awkward there, playing for the black. He's going to hit the other red. You may screw back for the blue now. He's just dropping it in. Well done.
6.
Didn't hit it very hard, so he didn't cannon into the red next to the cue ball. And a chance now of getting the black into play. That's what they're looking for all the time. But potting, another difficult one to
13.
come.
Fourteen.
Oh, that's a good split. A very good split. Okay, he may not get back on the black this time, but
21.
it's looking good.
Yes, a few moments ago, Terry was saying it's not a great chance, weren't we? Now all of a sudden, it is a great chance. 2 shots later.
I thought he was brave taking that roll. Oh, he's missed the ball. He's missed it. I can't believe that. Oh, he'd be disappointed with
Stuart
that.
Bingham,
He'd be
21.
mad at himself. Not normally the type of player that misses an easy chance to win the match. But it happens to us all, I'm afraid.
1.
Now then, Xintong, if you can punish Stuart here by making a frame-winning break, it'll start Stuart thinking about, as Terry mentioned, the winning line. Sometimes when a player comes at you from behind, it's very, very difficult to gain control again.
Yes, the
8.
worst thing in professional sport is the hardest thing to accept is losing after having a long
9.
lead. And even in amateur games, this is the same. It's just you don't get paid in that, but it still hurts. Nobody plays to lose, they all want to win. It's very harsh, Snooker. Nobody out there can help you come out and give you some
16.
advice. You're sitting on the chair, the other guy's knocking all the balls in, and
17.
got to keep your mind steady. I remember once in the Crucible, and Gary Wilson was
24.
playing. Gary Wilkinson, sorry. Not Gary Wilson, Gary Wilkinson. He's on the other
25.
table. And I was playing, my head was going somewhere, you know what it's like. It's no good. And I looked over and I thought, well, I don't feel as bad as him. And it helped us all. It's only something small, you know. And you look around the crowd and look at people and think,
32.
and it gets you out of it, but sometimes you can't. Yeah. And you got Stephen Hendry against you pumping hundreds in every shot. It's not pretty then.
33.
But this is pretty from Xintong now. He's got the balls in a position where he can win this frame now. Okay, he's 19 points in front. Red and black is 27.
40.
So probably going to need both the difficult reds to make the frame safe. Oh, that's unlucky. Played to bring the red into play and stay on the black. Okay, still on the black. And
41.
amazingly enough, the angle he has on this black, it's not too far away from kissing the red out, but it's not on that cannon. Nothing wrong with the shot he played.
Not to be. I didn't think he should have played that cannon. He's a left-hander. He'd have potted that
41.
down. He could have got on the red. And left-hander, he'd knock that in. The other one's not so good. Of course, the other side of the table is an awkward position. But he's back in front. 20 points in front. So he's playing a safety of a look a bit. Doesn't want to go too far across. Look at the cue ball though. Look at the cue ball, that's perfect. He may have played a good behind the pink, I don't know, but what he had to do was cover any red coming over this side of the table. You better not try anything fancy on this safety shot. That's all he needs to do is roll up to it. Hit this cushion first, and he's covered the other red. Wait a minute, what's he doing now? Well, it's different. He swerved round and hit the cushion first, and it's gone safe. Well done.
Now, if Stuart can just miss the jaws of the middle pocket off the red that's nearest the black, he can get in behind the pink again here. We can see the second red, which makes the safety a little bit easier. And of course, with him being 20 odd points behind, he needs both reds in play, and that's what he's done. Well, this is easy to hit, but is it easy to get safe? And the answer to that is no, because this red pot's in the middle. Now, the angle the cue ball's taking, he'll do well to get the white away from the side cushion. He could do with the green being on its spot, because where the green is, it's probably going to stop him potting the brown. So he may risk playing on and off the baulk cushion to come back up for the blue, or even the black. Stuart knows this is half a chance, but it's not a good chance. Is he playing the pot? All of a sudden, there's a little light at the end of the tunnel for Xintong.
You can see that he hit that a little bit thick, because if he did potted it clean off into the left corner in that middle, he may have gone in off there, very close to it. Oh, he hit that too hard then. Made the shot a lot more difficult. I can understand him going for it because he wanted to get down and he knew the pink was there, all the bar colours, but he missed that by a long way. Too fast on the delivery.
It's amazing, hadn't missed a ball for 5 frames, Stuart. All of a sudden, because he lost the last frame when he was in the balls and missed a very easy one, it's completely changed the complexion of this match. All of a sudden, Stuart's now struggling a little. That's a very poor shot.
1.
Needed another foot 18 inches run out of that cue ball here. If he plays to pot the black, he knows he's going to bring the red into play. And he's only 21 points in front, so he's got to be very, very careful. This is missable. That was the problem. It was missable.
Zhao Xintong 1. One. 6.
No, Stuart has every chance now, obviously, of winning frame match at this visit. Pink to black is obviously going to be a problem. You can't see a problem getting up to the pink.
Eight.
Slightly underhit that, makes the green similar to the black that Xintong just missed. This green is, it's missable. No, just going to have to take it on though.
Oh, he's got to take it on. Oh, played that well.
Stuart Bingham,
I
8.
think he's going to cover the green, it looks like, anyway. That's why he played it like that. He'd be on the brown, and if it stayed near the pocket, there's a good chance of covering it. Oh, he's snookered him back behind the brown, is he? It's all going on. Would have had a tough brown to pot in, I mean, if the green did go in.
He's trying to decide whether it's worth playing the slow pot. You can see enough of the green to pot it in the middle.
It's taking a bit of time here. I wrote a little article about people that lose a lead. And yeah, it's nothing wrong with level, but you have developed a powerful emotional attachment to being in control. Your heart starts to pound because of the disconcerting chasm between what was and what is. I'm not saying Stuart is there at the moment, because he's a great fighter and you'd still expect him to win this match.
But that is great, Terry, because I mean that's the situation he is in at the minute, isn't he? All of a sudden everything's plain sailing, everything's hunky-dory, everything's going right. All of a sudden now everything's going wrong. Mind you, that's gone wrong. Now, funny enough, it's not easy to get on the brown from here, because the cue ball will be pushing through and going close to the jaws of the other pocket. That's the problem. Always going to be
3.
close to going in off there.
That wasn't an easy pot at that pace, but at least it didn't go in off. We're still 10 points behind. Oh, what a shot that was. What a shot that was. The
7.
play from out of the pocket there. Absolutely stunning.
Yes, I think he decided that this was a chance to win frame and match, but what a pot. Absolutely top draw. Now, how close can he get to this black to make the black virtually unmissable? He needs to be tight on the cushion, about 18 inches behind it, and then it's probably unmissable. If you're slightly off the cushion, it's missable. And now, it's not as
18.
close as he'd have liked to have been, but this is for frame and match. Well, he's